Hello everyone, welcome to AKS IAS main Shikshna free initiative. This is Santosh Kokar. Today we will check small information. APSc Group 1 English Medium classes have been started. Our services including digital classrooms, time-bound completion of syllabus, state-level test series and updated study material, monthly current affairs magazine also. For more information, you can call these numbers. Let's check today's 5 important questions basic structure, that is discuss the salient features of the Indian Constitution. How does the preamble reflect the core values of the Constitution? Evaluate the significance of the basic structure doctrine. Here discuss is very important question tag, right? We need to write positives and negatives here. Salient features of Indian Constitution here, right? First part, how does the preamble reflect the core values of the Constitution? This is second part, second important keyword. Evaluate the significance of the basic structure doctrine. Here evaluate means again we need to focus on providing some facts, examples, etc. Right? Total we have 3 parts here we need to address. Here salient features of the Indian Constitution need to focus on first thing, right? Next, preamble reflect the core values of the Constitution is second part, right? So next, examine the expanding horizons of fundamental rights in India. How have recent judicial interpretations expanded these rights? Discuss the balance between fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. This question only we are discussing today. Next, analyze the role of the Prime Minister in the Indian parliamentary system. What challenges does the Prime Minister face in coalition government? How does the Prime Minister's office influence policy making? Here, analyze is very important question tag. Here we need to focus on providing some important information like facts, examples, reports, cases, especially regarding our polity subject. We need to include some articles or particular Supreme Court recommendations or etc. Right? So here role of the Prime Minister in the Indian parliamentary system is very important here. What challenges does the Prime Minister face in coalition governance? This is negative sentence, right? Need to include. Next, how does the Prime Minister's office influence policy making? This will be third part before conclusion. In the conclusion itself we need to provide some important needed measures here, right? Simple structure as per according to the keywords of the question. Next, fourth question, evaluate the challenges faced by the federal structure in India. How do center-state relations affect governance in Telangana? Discuss recent interstate water disputes and their implications for federalism. Already we have discussed some important questions related to federation, right? Federal nature. Already discussed some interstate river water disputes also, right? So evaluate is very important question tag. Here also we need to focus on providing facts, examples, etc. and challenges faced by the federal structure in India. Before that we need to mention some significance, right? Significance of federal structure in India, first thing important. Next, how do center-state relations affect governance in Telangana? Especially, we need to focus on these keywords here. Telangana term word also included here, right? So we need to focus on center-state relations affect governance in Telangana. Discuss recent interstate water disputes and their implications for federalism. This is also very important. We need to focus on providing one important particular dispute and also implication. That's it, simple. Next, evaluate the role of the Supreme Court in protecting citizens' rights. How does the Supreme Court ensure accountability in governance? Discuss recent cases that highlight the court's role in safeguarding rights. Here, evaluate is very important and also discuss how. Discuss is very important, right? Here, discuss and evaluate. Role of the Supreme Court in protecting citizens' rights. That is very important. Here also we need to focus on providing examples and facts or reports, etc. Right? How does the Supreme Court ensure accountability in governance? Here we need to focus on providing ensuring accountability in governance related, right? This is related to protecting citizens' rights and this is related to governance. Next, discuss recent cases. Here important keyword, recent cases that highlight the court's role in safeguarding rights. Here we need to mention recent cases, very important, right? So these are the 5 important particular most expected questions from polity, right? Next, let's just discuss our today's topic question for 8th October 2024, paper 3, section 2, Constitution of India. Here, that is very important question. Examine the expanding horizons of fundamental rights in India. How have recent judicial interpretations expanded these rights? Discuss the balance between fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. Here we need to focus on our regular strategy, that is 3 steps before writing answer. Question reading is within 1 minute. We need to recall or identify different question tags and keywords here, right? How many parts are there here? Question is related to 3 parts, right? What is the topic? Fundamental rights and also DPSPs, very important topics. Examine is very important question tag here, right? So expanding the horizons of fundamental rights in India, how is another keyword and also question tag. Next, discuss is very important here, right? So here we need to focus on providing each and every particular information regarding keywords, especially, right? Expanding horizons of fundamental rights is first important keyword we need to mention. How have recent judicial interpretations? Here we need to focus on this particular keyword. Recent judicial interpretations expanded these rights. Discuss the balance between efforts and directive principles of state policy. This is also very important. Other than that, we need to provide, as per discuss keyword, we can provide some challenges and also needed measures here, right? So if you check total structure to this particular question, first important thing is we need to write expanding horizons of fundamental rights. Second one is recent judicial interpretations, right? Next, third one is balance between FRs and whatever we have DPSPs, right? Fourth one is we need to connect challenges and needed measures in separate manner or in the conclusion itself, right? That is the main case here. This is the perfect structure according to the question, right? Next, brainstorming within 1 minute. Here we need to recall our important cases or reports, whatever we have, important articles, right? Reports, Supreme Court cases, articles, laws, etc. Everything we need to include our polity concept, right? Very, very important. So we have some important recent acts like Digital Protection Act, right? Data Digital Personal Digital Protection Act, that is also very important, 2023, right? Regarding the Supreme Court judgment in the 2022 cases regarding 2022 Putttaswamy case, that is also very important, right? So other than that, we have important particular cases, and also we have articles, especially 21, article 21, articles, remaining articles we need to include here, article 19 related, or article 14, 15, 25, etc., right? So other than that, we have so many important judgments or cases we have, right? Other than Putttaswamy case, we have Minerva Mills case, or we have Anuradha Basin case, or Sabarimala Temple judgment. Regarding all these information need to include here, right? Means recall, we need to recall in the step 2, right? Next, coming to introduction part. Here, how to write this particular introduction here? So we can start with our recent current affairs intro. That is first important thing, right? So whenever we are writing one mains answer, we need to focus on starting our current affairs introduction with, right? So that is, we can start with recent judicial interpretations related to fundamental rights in India. For example, we can connect our important Supreme Court judgment, that is 2022 Putttaswamy case, right? Very, very important. This became our 2023 Digital Data Protection Act, right? Very, very important. So we can just connect our particular DPSPs and fundamental rights in this particular introduction. Other than that, we can also include our background topic, understanding the foundation, whatever we have fundamental rights and directive principles, we need to include here. Part 3 mentioned in the Indian Constitution. Part 4 was directive principles, right? So it will protect individual freedoms from liberty, right to equality, freedom. We can, all this information we can include like a flow chart, including Okay, flow chart, that is very important here. Next, coming to evolving judicial interpretations, that is first important keyword, right? So decriminalization of section 377 is very important here. We need to focus on here, right to privacy related, or we have some important issues, right? So here expanding horizons or evolving judicial interpretations is very important here, right to dignity of women, also Sabarimala temple judgment 2018, and also right to internet access Anuradha Basin versus Union of India. So these are evolving judicial interpretations, especially whatever we have in the question addressing, but particularly horizons or fundamental rights in India, right? So next we have harmonizing rights and policies here, right? Here we need to focus on our providing information regarding expanding horizons, or we have harmonization. For example, Minerva Mills versus whatever we have Union of India case 1980, right? Here especially we need to focus on particular cases here, right? Next, judicial balancing here, State of Kerala versus N.M. Thomas case 1976. Affirmative action also is there, reservations for backward classes upholding, right? That is also very important here. So all these are regarding harmonizing rights and policies, especially here. Next we have challenges in the particular balancing act, especially regarding our particular conflict area, whatever we have FRs and DPSPs here, individual rights they are, but collective welfare rights are our DPSPs here, right? So here conflict between individual rights and collective welfare is there. For example, we can connect our formulas here, formulas 2020, right, as an example. So freedom to trade and occupation was under Article 19 connected here, right? So balancing farmers' economic rights with the freedom to trade and occupation is connected here, right? Next, overlapping ambiguity in defining boundaries also very important here. We have courts sometimes struggle to clearly define the boundaries between FRs and whatever we have DPSPs, right? So creating some confusion in the application of the particular law, right? That is the main challenge. So other than that, we can connect these formulas here, right? So next we have moving forward, that is needed measures here. Judicial clarity need to be included here. There is a need for more landmark judgments to clearly define the scope of what is FRs and also what is DPSPs, right? There should not be a conflict or clash between two particular issues, topics, right? Next we have legislative reforms also, amendments to clarify interaction here. Parliament should work on amendments that clarify the interaction between rights and policies, right? So sustainable governance also we need to focus on balancing rights and policies for a just society, right? So that is need to be focused here, way forward. Other than that, we can conclude with a 1 to 1.5 futuristic line here. In the future, India's constitutional journey will likely see further convergence of rights and state policy here, reinforcing the democratic and social justice principles what we have that form the core of the constitution, right? So we can connect, just otherwise we can connect our SDGs also, whatever we have, SDG 17 we have, or SDG 16 we have, regarding these particular democracy related, right? So that is the particular approach and structure to this exact question, demand of the question, right? So let's take tomorrow's question, that is day 95 main section, a question for 9th October 2024, part 3, Indian society, constitution and governance, section 3, governance. 5 most expected questions are here. Cabinet Secretariat related, Prime Minister's office is also very important. National Human Rights Commission is very important. And also poverty alleviation programs in India, role of SH is also very important. District collector and also public-private partnerships is also important. So I will give one important question from these 5 questions. Let's try and write your answer and upload in the AKS app. Thank you very much. All the very best.